Toastmasters. I need a hug. I grew up in a house, my mother was very superstitious. She would make us walk a block if a black cat walked in front of us. Now me, I didn't believe that. So I would chase the black cat, which would entail cause a little friction in the house. When it would rain, no matter what, you still couldn't open that umbrella inside the house. Oh, Mom, it's raining. You better not open that umbrella in the house. Oftentimes we walking down the street, and she saw a ladder, she would say, don't even think about it. Because you know I'm going to walk under it. Because what's going to happen? Mom, there's no such thing as bad luck. You make your own luck. She didn't go for that. I broke a mirror in the house one time, and I thought I was going to run home to Jesus. Every time I broke a mirror, I just stayed outside. I laid outside most of the night. Dew was on me when I finally came in, because I was scared for my life. But I used to ridicule and just tell Mother, there's no such thing as bad luck. And I did it to the point that one day she just got so mad at me and she just turned and she looked at me and she said, I hope you have some kids just like you. Now, I didn't know. So I said, hey, that would be great. And just to add some sarcasm to it, I jumped up and kicked my heels. May 1st, 1993, I had one child. May 31st, 1994, I had another child. December 18th, 1995, I had another child. Okay. Everything was good. They were so cute when the nurse gets going over there. Because don't go on the other side of the curtain. I found that out. No one told me. I just found out on my own. But I raised these children up and I used to talk to them while they were eating. And I said, hey, hey, hey. And they would stop and they would cut their eye over there. And I said, it's about time for you to start talking, ain't it? First mistake. Because now I got one that won't stop talking. He talks in his sleep. He talks when you're asleep. He just talks. He just talks. And he just talks. And so I asked him, I said, you know, you tend to do a lot of talking. Do you ever listen to yourself? He just sat there, just looking at me like, what? But anyway, Dad, can you just start back to talking? I got one that's this big. I said, what you gonna do when you grow up? He said, I'm gonna be a professional football player. I said, you are? I said, yeah. You know, you gotta go to college to play. Yeah, where you gonna play? At the University of Arkansas. He doesn't play football right now. He's never played football. He's in the 10th grade, and he's saying he's gonna play professional football and play for the U of A. And he's this big. Oh, I forgot to tell you, he's slow. I told him to run around the block, because I was having some fun with him. I need to run around the block, and I need to time it. I said, do I need to get a stopwatch, or do I just use a sundial? You can use a stopwatch, because I'm fast. I should use the sundial. Oh, he's asthmatic, but he don't do no exercise. So he ran and he came back and he was all blue and everything, and he was huffing and puffing and dying. And my other little son and ran too, and they told me they stopped on the halfway mark. So I said, you ran halfway and you're this far out of breath and you gonna play football. Being a Dallas Cowboy fan, I thought fast. Make sure you play for the Giants. Well, my children eat everything that they can think of. If you got it in the house, they will eat it. If you hide it under your pillow, they will find it. If you leave it in your car, Just so happened they left a book out there, and it's going to take them 10 minutes to get that book, and all they were doing is like little ants, spying it out. And then when you go to sleep, and you wake up the next morning, whatever you had that was to eat, it will be eaten. My kids do that. That's why I asked them, why did you eat that? Why did you eat my potato chip? I thought they were for everybody. But they were under 3 boxes. They had a blanket covered over it, and I put on a sign over it, poison. It's still dated. There was a sign. My daughter makes straight A's in school. That's not just brag. Because she doesn't know what the word no means. I tell her, no, you can't have any money. I know you're going somewhere next week. Do not ask me for money. I'm not. The next week, you know what she does? She asked me for $6. Well, isn't this money? Yeah, but I need it to go here or there. I said, but I told you not to ask me. You did? I said, well, go ask your mother. She comes right back. Mom said, ask you. I need $7 now. So I see. If I send you back in there, when you come back, are you going to ask for 8? She said, yeah. My little boy, he's skinny, but he likes to wear his pants real tight. His belt tight, not the pants, just the belt. I said, why? He said, because it makes me look slim. I said, guy, you can turn any kind of way you want to. As skinny as you is, you will always look slim. Well, I just want to make sure. But now he's in the 8th grade, he's playing football, and now he want to buy the armor off. He wants to come walking out in his biker short, like he's all cut. So I look at him. You know what, son? I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you be the strongest football player on the team. He like, okay, yeah, good. I said, get that lawnmower and go cut that yard. But my kids don't always listen to me. I tell them, hey, if you do this, this is the consequences, and you're not going to like the consequences. I said, okay. Then they turn around and do it. Consequences they don't like. I said, why did you do it? Because you didn't tell me not to. I said, but I told you about the consequences. Yeah, but you didn't tell me not to do it. You just told me what would happen. I said, well, can you make that decision? Yeah, but I was waiting on you to tell me not to do it. My kids just continue to do things to try to get me upset. But you know what? That curse that they gave me is the best curse I ever had.